Today's episode of the Tavern Chat podcast is brought to you in part by Flipboard. Flipboard is one of those apps that you don't realize you're using it as much as you are until you don't have it. My prior phone, which was a Google Pixel, had it pre-installed. I used it constantly. It was a great place to catch current events, stories of interest, just fun stuff, all in one place. And I changed to an iPhone, and it took me a while to figure out that I was missing something, and what I was missing was Flipboard. So, if you don't have it installed on your phone or tablet, go to flipboard.com and correct that now. Hello, and welcome to the Tavern Chat podcast. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, your main proprietor at the Tenkar's Tavern blog. So, before we jump into today's news, tomorrow I'll be kicking off the interviews with designers and makers from the OSR, and most appropriately, the first interview is going to be with Jason Hobbs. I'm actually going to be recording it tomorrow night. So I'm thinking that episode will go up tomorrow night. And we're looking probably at initially one interview up a week, but then it'll quickly hit two because we've got, 40 people already scheduled for interviews. Yes. If you're surprised, I am no more surprised. I'm thrilled, and I am fucking scared, But it's a beautiful thing, and apparently there's been a demand for it, at least from the people that are looking to be interviewed. And hopefully it'll all go down well. And you can't kick it off any better than with Hobbs. Come on. Any nominated podcaster can only be good. So, now, on to today's news. Google says Google Plus bug affected 52.5 million people. This is from CNN. Okay, CNN today, so it's in a lot of places. But apparently Google Plus has a bug. And I'm getting a bug going around the Tenkar household last day or so. But no, this is a different kind of bug. Now, if you've been in the OSR, if you've been following the drama over the last month or so, you will know that Google Plus is shutting down. They announced that they were going to shut down Google Plus in August of 2019, which of course led to a mass exodus of Google Plusers, especially in the OSR, moving on to MeWe. Okay, that's fine. But now, when they made this initial announcement, the first announcement, they said that they had an initial bug that affected 500,000 accounts. 500,000. What is 500,000 accounts? Drop in the bucket, right? Especially for social media. Well, that's what happened in October. And apparently they disclosed the bug in October. The bug actually happened or was found in March of 2018. So yeah, they took 7 months to announce that, oh, by the way, 500,000 of our customers, our users, may have been affected by a bug that disclosed profile information not marked as public. Well, yes, this time a similar bug is affecting 52.5 million accounts. Now, that's pretty significant. 52.5 million accounts. Now, some things to take from that. You can say that Google has at least 52.5 million accounts on Google Plus, which I'm sure compared to Facebook is nothing. But this is what Google was mining for data. They were getting information, uh, even if it was anonymous, even if it wasn't matched to actual individual users, they were getting general information about what people were doing, what people were talking about, conversations that are going on, topics. This was all useful for them, and all your personal information that you put in was all data mined. And I'm guessing that they feel they mined it enough that they're not getting enough new people joining G Plus to make it a viable data mine, and that's why they were going to shut it down. It's not worth, keeping this thing running if it's not making them money, and they're not charging for it. So, they're making money some way. So now, apparently, app developers inadvertently had access to profile information not marked public for 6 days. Okay. This was by a bug in a November software update. Now, with Google Plus, you don't necessarily find out that there are updates going on in the background. They don't tell you because it's not like it's installed on your computer. You're running it through their website, so you don't know. Now, again, we can look at this and say that they have maybe it affected everybody. That means they got 52.5 million users. Google Plus has had a lower interaction rate than Facebook, I'm sure, for a while. So who knows how many of those 52.5 million people were actually active. I had about 10,000 people who had circled me on Google Plus, yet Facebook shares of my blog posts drive about 10 times the traffic that my Google Plus does. And on Facebook, I have about 2,000 people who have me as a friend. So that tells you that Google Plus was not driving traffic, and it wasn't probably being used nearly as much as Facebook. But the interesting part is, again, after we started this mass exodus in the OSR to MeWe, because they were going to shut down in August, now they've moved the time up to April. So they are shutting this network down in April. So people who have been saying, "Oh, well, the OSR is moving to other platforms," well, we're not going to rush to leave. We should just make our own, Google groups or communities because, hey, we still have 9 months left. Well, now you got 5. You just lost 4 months of time on Google Plus. It is a dying platform, and if you're still primarily hanging out on Google Plus for your conversations, I strongly advise you to make a move. Whether it's Facebook, MeWe, Minds, whatever, find yourself a new home because Google is done with you. Okay? Google allowed access to 52.5 million accounts to developers of their applications on Google Plus. Now, think about that. Your personal information shared, which you didn't want shared. Now, they're saying that they don't know if anybody actually accessed the information, but it was available for 6 days. If you know anything about the internet, you know that the moment that the door was open, there was access. There were people taking that information. And even if it's anonymous information, it's information that you did not plan on sharing, and Google let it out. So I have a lot less confidence in Google now than I certainly did 3 months ago, and a lot less confidence even than I did when they revealed that they were shutting down a platform because 500,000 accounts were affected. Now it's 52.5 million. That's sad. Again, the sinking ship, the rat's got to flee. It's time. I would suggest you do it. I might shut down my 2,000 coppers community this week. I got to think about it. Why? Might be time to migrate fully. All right, folks. that is the news of the day. Oh, one other thing. If you prefer to listen on YouTube, Tavern Chat is now being posted to YouTube. I'm putting up the current episodes and some back episodes every day. There's a lot of episodes. I don't want to just put up, 150 in one shot. That ain't going to happen. So it's about a half dozen a day, give or take. So you can, if you prefer YouTube as your way of listening, you have that option. All right, folks. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. Stay safe. God bless. Be healthy. Roll as well. And I will talk with you all tomorrow. Or actually, I might be talking with Hobbs tomorrow as I talk to you. Go figure that one out. All right, folks. God bless. Later.